Yesterday was Valentine's Day, so I want to take myself today on a cute little solo date. I haven't had like a free Saturday in a while. I just found out that there is a farmer's market in my neighborhood on the weekend, so I'm gonna go check that out. And then I want to go explore a new area of Brooklyn today. Only because usually you guys know I love taking myself to the movies on the weekends, and I'm a season pass holder at Alamo Drafthouse, but I just learned that Alamo Drafthouse, like a bunch of or multiple locations in New York, have laid off their workers like unexpectedly. So they laid off like 70 people overnight, which is insane. And I like was reading into it, and a lot of them were like, we're trying to negotiate with the company and get them to like just reduce their hours and stuff, but basically they like illegally laid off these employees. So a lot of the workers at Alamo Drafthouse are on strike. So I want to like support them, be in solidarity, you know, and just not go, because what the fuck? I'm probably gonna end up canceling my season pass unless they work things out with the people that they laid off, because I just feel like that's insane to me. So that all to say, I'm gonna go check out a new movie theater today and like see how I like it. I'm gonna go to Cobble Hills Cinema in Brooklyn, which is like a different area of Brooklyn that I've never really been to before. And I was like doing research and I saw that there's like a really cute bookstore by there. There's some cute little restaurants. So we're gonna explore that area together and go check it out. And yeah, that's gonna be the day. I'm really excited. Also, I took this week off from vlogging, which is why this is like a Saturday weekend type vlog. The last time I talked to you guys, my laptop was broken, but I got it back. They fixed it, luckily. And I only had to pay like a few $100s versus like buying a whole new laptop, which I thought I was gonna have to do. So I'm feeling very grateful and blessed. Okay, my outfit today is really simple. I'm just doing my jeans that I basically live in. I love these jeans. They're from True Religion. Just really casual, simple. I'm also doing this green sweater from Revolve. This bag that I got this from Greece like years ago. And then I'm gonna do my shoes that match. My hair is so frizzy today. But honestly, I'm just embracing it. Like, I'm like, who cares? Like, it's really not that deep. And I don't know, I'm trying to like learn to like just embrace my, you know, my things. And yeah, let's go ahead and go to this farmer's market. I'm so excited. I have not been to a farmer's market, I don't think the entire time that I've been in New York. So this will be fun. Let's go. Okay, change of plans. I didn't go to the farmer's market because it's way too cold outside. So I just went to like my local little produce grocery market. Didn't vlog it, totally apologize, but I just made myself some breakfast. I just did my eggs. Guys, I'm an egg girl now. So this week I started buying eggs, and I will do egg and a protein, so either bacon or sausage, and a little salad to go with it. So this has like been my go-to breakfast for the past week or so, and I'm really, really loving it. I also have this loaf of sourdough that's very picked through that I bought a few days ago that I'm gonna go ahead and finish. And then I got some decaf coffee to have another cup. I also got myself some flowers. So I just got some flowers today because I literally have not bought flowers myself in so long. Don't know why. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and sit down. I just got some laundry done. So I have some sports bras hanging up to dry, but I have to wait until the stuff is done drying, the clothes. So I'm gonna go get those from downstairs, and then I'm gonna bring them back up, and then we will get going to the movies. Probably have like an hour until I need to leave, so I'm gonna go ahead and eat this, and then we will get going. I'm so excited. Also, I've been like because I've been cooking again. I was considering going to like lunch or maybe like taking myself to dinner tonight, but honestly, I've been really enjoying like making food at home. Also, I went to omakase with Antonia this week, and it was so expensive, but it was so good. So to me, I'm like, that's like my little going out to eat Valentine's type situation, because I need to chill out now. Like, I've been going out to eat way too much, so we're gonna kind of keep it chill. I also got myself some stuff to make pasta, so I'm either gonna make that like tonight or tomorrow. I'm watching Maria Bottle on YouTube. I think I told you guys about her in my last vlog. She speaks Spanish, and she just makes like the cutest, like most aesthetic vlogs. I actually have not been watching that much YouTube lately, but I really like her vlogs to just like throw on like when I'm eating. You guys, I'm sorry, I just have to say really quickly, I'm so proud, like, it's just like the coolest feeling, because I obviously cannot understand everything that she's saying, but because I've been doing my reading, like you guys know I'm reading my, I started reading this book, La Casa on Mango Street, And I also bought it in English so I can translate it. This is like my new Spanish book. I'm like learning new things, obviously. And she just like mentioned like gardening. She's like wanting to buy plants, and like she said some words, and I know what she was saying because of this book in particular, where they talked about like a garden, like hardencinta, like certain things. I'm like, holy shit, I'm picking up on it because I read about it and then I studied the vocab. So it's like slow, like even though you don't, it's like a little bit frustrating for your brain to like not fully know what's going on. You can pick up on the vibes and you can kind of like start catching little words. And I have the captions on because like YouTube, you can turn on the captions. So it's like I'm slowly getting there. It's just like a really, really cool feeling. I don't know. I just had to share that. Okay, change of plans again. The train that I need to take to get to the movie theater is not running. So I'm like, I don't want to walk. It's gonna be like a 30-minute walk. It's so cold outside. And an Uber, girl, I'm trying to save money. So I'm like, let me just take that as a sign to stay home, be cozy. I'm gonna read my book, I'm gonna clean. I'm gonna basically treat today like a Sunday. And it's gonna be nice because it's kind of gloomy anyways. And I'm also on the second day of my period. So I am a bit more low energy as it is. So I'm just gonna take today to kind of do some self-care, some self-love. Again, be cozy. And yeah, it's gonna be nice. So I'm gonna go ahead and put my laundry away. Usually, obviously when you do laundry, if you're like me, then it's very tempting to just leave it for like days to just sit. But I'm like, let's just put it away now, get it out the way, and then I can enjoy my clean home, you know? It kind of feels good to just be home. I was a little bit, I don't know, I think I've been very on go to a point where now like days in the house feel a little bit uncomfortable. And I think it's because I started out the year with the goal of like doing more, being more extroverted, you know, just saying yes to things, not being inside as much. But I don't know, I think at the same time I'm being reminded that there's no rush. Like, I saw this on TikTok a few days ago. Some guy was like, and I think a lot of us know this, like, you know, the real New Year does start in the spring. And, you know, if we were going by like a 13-month calendar, which all, you know, a lot of people say that's like how we should be doing things. Like, you know, the days would be perfectly all 28 days. It'd always start on a Monday and end on a Sunday. And like, you know, the New Year would be in the spring and all these different things. So really when we're like following our inner clocks, and I think like, you know, nature and seasons, like really truly the New Year is like more in the spring. And so I don't know, I'm just being reminded, like especially now because it's like literally snowing so hard outside. You know, like winter I think is for resting. I think it's for letting things die out and letting old cycles end. And you know, like for me there were things like I remember on New Year's Eve, I was like, all right, like, you know, starting tomorrow, I'm going to be a new person and, you know, new habits. I'm cutting everyone off that I'm leaving in 2024. Like, girl, I was feeling really motivated and it felt good. It felt good to like sit down and plan my goals and kind of like have an idea of what I wanted to do. But at the same time, I think now that we're in the new year, we're in February, it's February 15th, I get sometimes frustrated with myself because I'm like, damn, like you said you were gonna do this, you said you were gonna do this, you know. And hold on, I'm gonna go turn this off so it's not blowing really loud. It's not to say that I haven't been working hard towards my goals, because I definitely have, but yeah, I'm trying to like be a bit more patient and take my time and not feel like I have to get it all together at once, you know. And I think that's why I appreciate living in New York so much, because the weather very much does reflect like not always how I feel inside, but you know what I mean? Like, it's just nice to be like, okay, it's winter. And like, I can see it's winter. It's not like I'm in fucking Texas where it's 70 degrees, but we say it's winter, you know? So, I don't know, I just kind of appreciate the feeling of seasons changing and things coming and going. And I think I'm also having to like grieve certain things and have to really like accept, you know, change, like, which I think can be so difficult sometimes because change is like so scary for me. And I think especially like in my 20s, like it feels like every single year I change so much. Like every single year feels like I'm like a different person. And I don't know exactly what's gonna come out of this year. I feel like I have an idea of like what I want, but at the same time it's like I don't know. Like I don't know if my full-time content creation journey is gonna come to an end. I've started applying for jobs, so it's like I'm kind of not grieving that era because I don't know what's gonna happen with that, but I'm kind of like just mentally, you know, thinking about that, preparing for that, and it's just been a lot. I don't know. I feel like things are just very different than like how they were a few years ago. And I kind of was talking about it in my last vlog when I was like emotional. I didn't really talk fully about it, but like, you know, things have just been way slower for me when it comes to work. And it's definitely kind of a scary feeling, but at the same time, like, I don't feel as scared. I think now, especially like, like to be able to even talk about it was something that I think was really difficult for me at first because I wasn't really sure like what was gonna happen or what I'm gonna do. Whereas now I'm just like, you know, I love creating. I'm always gonna create. I'm not gonna ever probably stop doing this. Like I see myself doing this like well into like my 40s, which I know sounds like crazy. And maybe I'm wrong, but like I don't know, I like doing this. And I feel like even if I did get a job, like I would still do it. But, you know, I gotta pay the bills and I gotta like, you know, I'm at a place in my life now where it's like I do feel like I have more of a capacity to be a bit busier and to take on more and put more on my plate. And I actually like, you know, so it's surprising because if, you know, if you maybe followed me at certain points in my journey, I was really big on like soft life and slowing down and anti-capitalism and all these different things. But I am naturally a person who does like to be busy and who does like to, you know, have a lot going on and maybe have different businesses. Like I've just always been like that. And I think that like I've been just reflecting a lot more lately. And I feel like, I don't know, I think I started working at like such a young age. And then I had like multiple jobs throughout college. Like I was always just like doing a lot. So I feel like at some point that just like burned me out. And that's what kind of got me to that place of like, fuck capitalism, fuck the system and society, fuck hustle culture basically. And like I wanted to just chill, but like I'm an Aries girl, I'm a fucking Aries stellium, like I don't have chill in me. So I think that like, you know, me leaning too far into soft life chill mode kind of made me a bit depressed, if I'm honest. And again, and it's not to say that I don't appreciate like the ability to relax and chill and the fact that I get to work this job and, you know, work for me gets to be me cleaning and reading a book or whatever it may be. Like I'm so grateful for this, but I also do know that I have the capacity to take on more. So I'm just saying this all to say that like I'm kind of, you know, going through changes and transitions and mental shifts with that, and with, you know, preparing for the possibility of a new season. We'll see. We know how the job market is, girl. We'll see. I'm going to bring you guys along with me for the journey because I'm like, and also it's like I'm at a place now, I'm like at an age where I think when I first started working a 9 to 5 or a corporate job or whatever, like I jumped into a job at Amazon where I hated it because what the fuck am I doing at fucking Amazon Web Services, fucking marketing to cops? Like, girl, I hated that fucking job. So I think that now that I'm older, I know what I actually want to be doing, and I have, you know, ideas, and like I have jobs that like I think I would actually be really excited to be working. And so I don't know, it's just kind of nice to consider those possibilities and explore those options. So yeah, I've just been doing a lot of that, and then really just trying to figure out my routine and my wellness and like the habits that feel good to me. I think that since I've moved into this apartment, it's become so much easier for me to do that. And, you know, like even going to the gym is like so much less of an effort than it was last year for me because I'm so much closer to everything. And so it's like a blessing to be able to kind of do things that way. So anyways, I'm very much just kind of like looking at myself and the things that are working, what's not working, what makes me feel good, what doesn't. Like, girl, I ate like literally no processed foods this week and I feel fucking amazing. And I'm like, if I can just keep doing this, and it's not that I have to be perfect. I'm really big on like 80-20. And I know this is kind of like a totally different tangent, but you know, it's like little things like that where it's like, damn, I can do this. Like I can, you know, and it's just like taking baby steps. And like, you guys know, if you guys watch my vlogs, I'm trying to wake up earlier and wake up at 5 a.m. And it's like, you know, girl, I did that like 4 or 5 days out of this week and I felt so good doing it. But it's like, obviously I can't do it every single day. So it's just, I don't know. I think for me, it's just really learning how to like do the things that make me feel good without feeling like I have to be perfect, right? Sometimes I think we try to go to extremes when instead maybe we can try to figure out how to have a healthy relationship, you know, and maybe not everybody, because everybody has different, you know, situations going on, but like I like a glass of wine every now and then. I like to garden every now and then. I like to spend money and splurge and go to omakase like I did this week, you know, with my friend every now and then, and like, you know, have a bit of a bougier dinner, but like I don't gotta do that every fucking day. I don't have to do that every single weekend. You know what I'm saying? So it's just learning balance. And I think that's the biggest thing for me right now that I'm really doing and working on is finding balance, like really, really figuring out what that looks like for me. And I think like, honestly, and I know it sounds so fucking obvious, but like the biggest thing for me that has helped me do that is just having routine and sticking to it. It's kind of easier to balance things when you just know your routine and you have time slotted out for certain things. Like it's the weekend, I'm chilling a bit more, I'm relaxing, I got my work done yesterday. I stayed up a little bit later last night, I slept in a little bit, you know, but it's like I feel good doing these things because I got my shit done this week. I think it's really just about trying to be a little bit better every single day and recognizing that, like, you know, we do our best, that's all we can do. And I don't know, that's just kind of the phase of life where I'm in right now. I'm just like, we're figuring it out day by day, you know, and it feels kind of good. So yeah, I'm just gonna enjoy this cozy Saturday. I'm gonna sit here and enjoy my book. I want to try to finish it today, so let's see if I can do it. I'm on page this is gonna be crazy if I do. I'm on page 89 out of 370 something, so I have a lot to go, but I have no plans today. So if I could lock in, I don't think I've ever read that much in one day, but I want to challenge myself to see if I can. So I'm gonna sit down and read this. This is I will say also, guys, though, this book, I'm enjoying it. Octavia Butler, I've already tabbed so many pages, or a few, because there's things that she knows what the fuck she's talking about. And this was written, I don't even know when this was written, but it's like she is spitting some real shit. But I will say this book is making me slightly anxious and slightly not depressed, but like I think after this, from here on out, a lot of the fiction that I'm going to be reading is going to be escapist fiction and less things that feel like real life, because this feels like real life. And I'm like, bro, I don't need this. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it literally feels like this is what's happening in the world. I hate to say it, but yeah. So, and it's like the same thing as, like, I think I talked about this in another vlog, but like 1984, and there's so many books like that where I'm just like, bro, this feels too real. This feels too realistic. Here is tonight's dinner. Oh my god, I'm so excited to eat this. It's pasta with beef and some fresh shaved Parmesan. Mwah. Wow. Also, I did the, it's gluten-free pasta, by the way. It's the Jovial. So good. Okay, I'm like maybe 150 pages into Parable of the Sower. This shit is depressing as fuck. Oh my god. Like, I literally cannot do it. This is not enjoyable to read at all. I'm sorry, it's not. Like, oh my god, I'm fucking like, Jesus. Every chapter, it's something. Like, can we get like a break? Like, I'm exhausted just reading this, and like the crazy thing is, if I were in this book, I would have killed myself by now. I could not do this. No, absolutely not. And I'm not gonna lie, I think reading is so fun because you get to go to like different worlds and like, you know, like, I don't know, experience different things. Like, It's almost like watching a movie, except you're visualizing it in your head. This shit is fucking depressing. Like, I don't want to be in this world anymore. Get me the fuck out. But I'm gonna finish it because everybody has read this book and everybody said it's so good. Good morning, you guys. Today is Monday. It's like 8 in the morning. I just got done walking my son. So I'm gonna go ahead now and get ready to go to the gym. I just want to get like a little stretch in. I'm still on my period, like I told you guys, so I'm not gonna do like a crazy, usually I would do like light days on Mondays. So I might do like light weights depending on how I'm feeling, but I'm really just gonna go and like stretch and just, you know, just be there, do some mobility. I've been really enjoying like just going like 5 days out of the week, like Monday through Friday, and just like being there and having it in my routine. And depending on how much energy I have, will kind of like determine how my workout goes, but I'm really just working on just consistently showing up. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that. And then after the gym, I need to run to the grocery store. And then I have a lash appointment at noon today. So I'm gonna go into the city to go get my lashes done. Yeah, that's like my little plan for today. Nothing too crazy. I did finish Parable of the Sower last night or yesterday. And guys, I didn't really enjoy it. I'm not gonna lie, I was a little bit disappointed. I don't know, I just feel like it was very, it felt like a young adult novel. Like, it felt like I was like watching The Walking Dead, but like young adult version. Even though like a lot of you guys warned me, it is very intense. There's a lot going on. It's very brutal and chaotic and just a lot of trauma, which I kind of knew going into it, but it felt almost like there was so much happening that was so unnecessary, and it felt like it was just like non-stop trauma porn. And also I just feel like the thing is with the book, there was a lot of things that I did enjoy about the book. If you don't know what it's about this girl who is living, and it's literally the year 2025 when things start, and she lives in California, but it's very much like post-apocalyptic almost, like the world is going to shambles and climate change is taking over, you know, it's kind of like almost giving like the Purge type vibes. Like there's just a lot of chaos going on because resources are limited, water is limited, food is more expensive. And so she's, you know, trying to survive, trying to figure out what's going to happen. She has her family and she's like, you know, considering what am I going to do? She also has this like symptom called hyperempathy. And when I read the back of the book, I thought that like what she had was like an emotional thing. Like, you know, like she sees other people suffering because she kind of is like middle class. And I thought it was like, oh, she's just very sensitive to seeing other people suffering. But no, it's literally a fictional disease that this girl has. That's like, if someone like breaks their arm, she feels it in her arm too. So it's very much giving like fantasy fiction. Like there's like this like drug in the book that people take. And there's just things about the book that I just feel like I'm like, I just wish it was a bit more, I don't know how to explain it, but I just was a little bit disappointed by how childlike it kind of felt. I feel like if I read the book in like middle school or high school, I would have enjoyed it a lot more. And also like a huge thing in the book, a huge theme is that this girl wants to like start this religion. And she's a huge believer in this like belief of how she sees God, which is fine, but it's just like, I just didn't enjoy that being one of the main themes of the book. I just felt like it was a bit too much, and it felt like almost felt like cult-like ish. Like I don't know, I don't know how to explain it, but I didn't really enjoy that. So like again, there's things about the book that I did appreciate. Loved some of the things that she talked about, like, you know, the like importance of education, the importance of, you know, building community, the importance of really like questioning your decisions. Like, you know, do you want to have children in this world that's like literally burning to the ground? Like, why would you want to do that? Like, there's a lot of things that she talked about in the book that I did appreciate, but I just feel like the way it was written was just a bit disappointing for me. Like I was ready for it to be over like the entire time I was reading it, which is why I finished it so quickly, because I wanted to like move on to a new book. I feel like Octavia Butler's writing style to me is not like my favorite. It's very, very concise and to the point, but almost like so much so that it doesn't feel like I'm getting that much emotion, or like I don't feel like, I feel like if something so brutal and like intense is happening in a book, I want to at least be like, I want it to at least feel a bit poetic. I want to at least be like maybe like amused by the main character or the narrator. And I feel like maybe the issue that I had with the book is that I didn't feel connected to the main character at all. Like I didn't really like, I don't really feel like I like identified with her. I don't know how to explain it. I don't know. I didn't really feel compelled by the writing. So I think that's like the main complaint that I have on the book. I have a lot of thoughts. I left like a long review on Goodreads, and I think I'm mainly so disappointed because the book was so hyped up, and you know, obviously it being a Black writer, and you know, for her to have released that at the time that she did, I have appreciation for the book. So I don't want to, I don't know, I feel like a lot of people really enjoy that book. So I think that's like why I'm a bit like, like it's just hard for me to be disappointed by something that so many people enjoyed. But I will say, I think if Octavia Butler wasn't Black and the main character wasn't Black, I probably would have rated that book like 2 stars or like 1 star. So I gave it 3 stars on Goodreads because again, I appreciate certain things about it, but yeah, I did not really enjoy that book. So I'm like, and then some people told me that they cried. I didn't cry reading the book. Like, again, it's definitely a very traumatic book, but I just was like, girl, what the like, I just was rolling my eyes like a lot while I was reading it. I was like, girl, come on. And it was just very much like, this girl was like preaching to everybody, like, God damn, we get you, like, you have your thoughts about God and stuff, but I just feel like it was giving, this girl wants to start a cult, this girl's a bit like, what's the word, pretentious. I just was kind of weirded out. And then I also felt like, I don't know, I also found it really weird, like the love interest in the second half of the book. I found that shit really weird. I found that very weird. So like, there were just things about the book I was just like, what the fuck is going on? So, and again, the trauma I understand because the world, like the way the world is in the book, it's like the world's going to shit. But I just feel like there's certain things that she just threw in there for shock value. It was the half the book was just bad things happening, and it was just like constant. I don't know. I was almost overwhelmed. Like, I don't think that there was enough going on, even in the whole like idea of like, you know, the main character is like very, you know, what I did like, the main character is like very tenacious, she's very like strong-willed, she's very courageous, and she's very intelligent, all these different things, which I appreciated. But I just feel like even with that, I wasn't like moved by the character enough to really appreciate the things that she was going through. It just felt like I was like, God damn. Like, again, to me, it was like watching The Walking Dead, which is a show that I did not finish because it gets to a point in these like post-apocalyptic type stories where it's like the same thing is going to be happening over and over. You're trying to survive, people are trying to kill you, like, we understand it. And it's like, for me in a book, it's just like there has to be, I think the writing style of that type of book has to be good enough for me to like really want to continue reading it, if that makes sense. So I don't know, it's hard for me to fully explain how I'm feeling because I just finished it yesterday, but those are kind of my thoughts on Parable the Sower. Definitely probably will not be finishing the series, to be honest with you guys, which I'm so disappointed. If you like that book, I'm sorry, but yeah, that's just like kind of like my thoughts on it. So yeah, anyways, I'm gonna go ahead and get going to the gym.
A millionaire, I'm a young money millionaire, tougher than Nigerian hair. My criteria compared to your career just isn't fair. I'm a venereal disease, like a menstrual bleed through the pencil and leak on the sheet of the tablet in my mind. Cause I don't write shit, cause I ain't got time. Cause my seconds, minutes, hours go to the almighty dollar and the almighty power of that.
Holy shit, it is so windy outside. I literally almost just got blown over, but we made it. I just went to the store and grabbed a couple of things. I want to try this new yogurt brand because I always see people post this. It's called Siggy's. I've never had it before, so I'm gonna switch to this and see how I like it. You guys know I love my yogurt parfaits in the mornings. And then I got some blackberries, which I just like to snack on, some avocados. I got this sausage that I like to do with my breakfast, and I just got this little spinach to do a salad to go with my breakfast. So I'm gonna go ahead and make some breakfast really quickly. I have like 3 hours until my lash appointment, so I'm gonna just like chill. Okay, here is breakfast. This is what I've been doing for the past like week or so, and I have been feeling so good. I swear I have like more energy because of this. So I'm doing a salad. This is like a lot bigger of a salad than I usually do. But we're doing a salad today, some sausage and some eggs. Sometimes I'll switch it out for some turkey bacon, but I've actually been liking sausage more. And I'll like dip the sausage in the egg, and then I kind of like mix it together quite a bit. I'm gonna go ahead and sit down and eat this. Probably watch an episode of Narcos. Alright guys, it's like 4 o'clock. I got back from getting my lashes done. I'm really happy with how they turned out. She always does such an amazing job. But it's just so cold and windy that like I could not be a person today. So I was gonna go like maybe go to the library or something, but I just came home and I walked Deku. I am doing some more laundry because I have like a couple more things I had to wash. And I'm already kind of getting hungry. It's like 4 o'clock, like I said. So I started making my sweet potatoes for dinner tonight. So I'm gonna have this. I already have some ground beef that I made this weekend to go with my pasta. So I'm gonna do the ground beef with the sweet potatoes. They just came out the oven. They look so good. I'm just sitting here and reading my book. I'm reading 100 Years of War on Palestine. I'm like maybe 100 pages into it. So I'd like to finish this chapter today. And like I said, I'm kind of just feeling lazy today. So not super interesting, nothing super interesting really happening. I'm going to watch White Lotus tonight because White Lotus came back, so I'm really, really excited about that. Guys, here's tonight's dinner. It's just really simple: ground beef, sweet potatoes, avocado, and some Parmesan cheese that I got yesterday or a few days ago from store. Yum, very simple, very perfect meal for your period. I'm gonna go ahead and sit down and watch White Lotus. I'm so excited. You guys, does anybody remember the movie Pussycat Dolls? The Pussycat Dolls growing up? I think this lady's from that movie. That is definitely her. That has to be her. I'm gonna Google it. Oh my god, I used to love that movie when I was a kid. That was like my favorite movie growing up. That is her! Wait, that's so fucking cool. Wow, love that. Okay, and here is dessert. Very TikTok-ass dinner today. This is just dates and butter. I use this Irish butter, pure Irish butter, and then dark chocolate. So good with the butter. It almost tastes like a cookie.